Good morning, Vietnam. It is Fox the Reaper. And today, we're doing stocks with Fox. Oh, man. One second. What we got going on in here? Hi, good morning, KBLD. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna share the live real quick in the Discord, so I'm waiting for Discord to open up, and then we'll get started. Like ocean tide. I passed out pretty hard yesterday. Everyone was chatting in the jukebox room, and I laid down to listen to some music, and like I was out. I don't even remember. I just remember finding my phone in my bed at 30% and throwing it on the charger and then rolling back over and going to sleep. And that's all I remember. Alright, I'm gonna go through this and throw the link in here first. And then I will throw it probably in the other room too. I'm sure some peeps would want to come hang out with me. Where is self-promote? They still got a self-promote room? Promote yourself. Okay, I found it. We good. Boom. Promoted. Okay. Oh, it's PM there. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forget. You're over in Germany, right? Or not? Yeah, German? You're German, right? It's 9:50 a.m. here. Alright, I gotta get this set up because window capture doesn't always work. Let's see if we can get this to open up. Has anyone seen my purse? No, unfortunately. I think you left it at Eric's club last night. You might want to contact that club and figure out if you left your purse over there. I remember you were like looking for it. Alright. Let's see how bad I look today. Boom. Alright, hold on. Oh, God. Ignore my little pink star. I have a little pimple. German. I want to say stuff in German. That would be hot. I'd be like, you know, brush your teeth and it sound really like I'm just cussing somebody out. I like that. I'm gonna go pick up some German classes. I blame Slug. Yeah. Slug was being funny last night too. I was a little bit under the influence myself. It was worth it though. For sure. It was a good night. Good night for me. I don't know about the rest of you. It was great for me. I woke up to like, I think maybe 10 reports on my account for Instagram claiming that my photos were sexual. And some of them I was just like fully clothed and you could see my cleavage and I'm just like, yeah, totally sexual. That's hysterical. You just going around complimenting women's boobs. Alright, I'm gonna turn the music off. Good morning. How are you, Joker? Crispy Tubby. Monsieur Crispy. Senor Crispy. Alright, let's see. Spy's doing spy things, it looks like. Ooh, 1 week. Starting to see, and this is positive. It's up 10%, which is awesome. Let's go in the hourly. Let's look at it. When I see stuff like this, I like to look at it. Oh, it's not. Wait, isn't the market open today? Why is nothing moving? It's not just me, right? Hold on. Did I miss the memo that the market's closed today? It's Friday, right? It is Friday. Oh, it's Juneteenth. Ugh. Okay. Bank holiday. Unreal. Straight to jail. You know what we can do, though? Since it is a holiday. Have a little more fun. Since we can't do the stock thing, I have another idea. Let me open another page. 1 second. We're going to do some real estate investigating. We're going to go house hunting and multiple locations. I need you guys to throw up random locations. And we'll go see what's available in the house market. And I will sell you the house, okay? Even if it is atrocious. You know how I can? Because I can. I'm great at it. All right. Zillow is open. That's not what I want. 1 second. Boom. Let's look at some houses here. Check oil prices and check silver. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll do a separate page here since we're on the web browser. We can do that right quick. 1 second. R. Good morning, by the way. That was pre-on. Let's go check some gold. Astronaut Scott Kid. Petite. Gold. No. Alright, let's see. Which gold would you like to look at? The US dollar? Let's go look at the US dollar, and then we can look at the ounce. Bum 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 bum. Ooh. Ooh la la. That's on the, 30 minutes? Wow. But I don't care about the 30 minutes, to be completely honest with you. I'd like to look at the monthly, though, please. Wow. I should do an Owen Wilson. Wow. Just kidding. You know what? Personally, I would not let this slide. So here's... Wow. Actually, this could be... Maybe. Hold on. If gold comes down, though, it would shift a lot of other things, too. Excuse me. Dude, what does mine say? Sweet. What about mine? Okay, so here's essentially what I'm seeing. That's a double. So yeah, okay. So we're gonna come back down. I do feel like we're gonna come back into this zone. So we might see about 3,651 again in terms of gold. What else? We might bounce off of the 3,902 first. And if we can hold true above that zone, because I do feel like we're going to break out of this formation here. I think we're about to start see gold kind of plummet a little bit for quite a little bit. Maybe consolidation within this range for a while. And the reason I'm saying this is during a period of time, we consolidated right under this zone. And it's pretty consistent too. Gold's come a long way though. For sure. For sure, for sure. Yeah, there's rejection here. So the reason why we're even breaking here is because there's been a bit of rejection at 4,251.85, which has happened previously before we had a run, which we came back down here and bounced off of this 3,889.70. And I think we're going to come and redo that. It's possible that we could go a little bit lower, like come in and then jump again. Or it's possible that we could just repeat this thing. Like we're coming down and then we're going to just go boop and then jump back up. However, if we do break below that 3,889, we might consolidate in here for a minute before we see that next leap towards the upside. And then when that does happen, let's get a good estimate here. When we do decide to break out of the zone, 6,000, that'd be cool. I'm also gonna set way up here because things can change in the market. 7,000, it's a good zone. I think that's a really decent zone of movement. So we're just gonna mark that. So we have these areas kind of panned out. I am going to mark the center, the absolute center of this, because that's where, it's just good to have a round estimate here. So overall, I think that we could see about 6,849.29 in the future of gold, but not until after this pullback, which is honestly needed. This is a huge cool off, and if we look here, even VHM and RSI are in agreement here of this pullback. After that, let's see. We're on the weekly. I'm going to go back to bi-weekly. What are we doing? Yeah, that's tanking. 4 weeks, tanking. VHM's hot. 8-week, tanking. Hot VHM, monthly tanking. Yeah, we got a while for some downside, even on the bi-monthly. Is there anything in the reversal? Yeesh, even the 3 months. We might have a while of pullback. I'm just saying. Wow. 6 months is even like bearish. Extremely bearish. All right, let's go back up now. From the week. Let's go to 18 days after that. Weekly is cooling off. 18 days, dumping. 4 days, dumping. Is there any bouncing going on here? We're all in agreement, though. At least, hey, this is a positive. So the one positive I see out of this is the charts are agreeing with itself, okay? That means all of the charts across each time frame is in agreement that this is coming down. There is a bit of a head kink here on the 8 hours, so there might be a small little bit of volatility at some point where we'll see maybe a little upside, but not much because it's very flat and dead in the water on other ones. Then 3 hours goes right back to kinking to the downside. 2 hours. Yeesh. All right. So we got about maybe a year of downside coming in, and that downside could steady out and become more consolidation, which is kind of what I'm seeing here. Again, I do think we're going to consolidate in between this 3,651 to 3,889.70 for a while. If not, we're going to see something like this too. 3,193 max pain. I don't really think we're going to go much lower than that. However, you know, you never know. Something could happen and gold could become completely useless and tank. Not that I ever think that'll happen, but on the off chance, you know, you just prepare for the worst. Always, always. And then expect the best. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying in terms of gold. Does that help? Do you need zip codes? Yeah, probably. Yeah, gold is having its period, just so you guys know. Don't look at me. I'm stretching. Okay, 85018. Was gold enough, or do you want me to also go and check out oil? Crispy tabby. Should we check oil prices? The internet is for. Grab your and double click for corn. Let's go look at this one. Ay. That one's down. All right, let's go look at the other one. Oil India. Oil terminal. Oil 3. Savvy. Oils. Soil. Let's go look at Shell. And then we'll go look at Chevron. $2,000. What the hell? Their gas made of gold or something? What the hell? I'm about to fuck you. Just kidding. That's the weekly. Let's zoom out a little bit. When in doubt, zoom out. Alright, here's what I'm looking at. Wow. And we're starting to see that pullback too. Those are, it looks like 3 black soldiers, or three crows, 3 black crows. That's what it is, the 3 black crows. Pretty much the same size, about the same size. But we have about 11 days before we see that, for sure. And we just had a death cross on RSI with divergence with VHM, which means this is going to be a bit of an unpredictable market. Same with that one. Even 8 weeks is a bit unpredictable. However, I did find a consolidation area, so we might just come back in here and just ping pong in this area again. But on the off chance that I'm wrong. Let's go down here, all the way up here to what has transpired. Let's get a good reading here. Let's take a line and shove it through the hole. Boom. Yeah, breaking below right now too. We're still above these two, which is positive. However, conflicting things here. 4 weeks. Go to the weekly. What's the problem? What's going on? What's the matter? Nothing, sugar. What's the matter with you? 1,555.40. I'm just gonna mark it. There's a reason that I feel called there. There's a lot touching in that zone too. This could be a gravitational zone. Kind of looks that way too. Pulled all the way the fuck down. All right, shell prices definitely moving down. We could start seeing some consolidation. We could also be bouncing here off that 50 EMA, which would be good. If we do bounce off that 50 EMA and we can get back above here, which would be price 3,181.50, then we would continue probably climbing back up here, which again trying to break out, which would be at that $3,609 on the off chance that this is going to have a continuation, which I'm not foreseeing. Everything looks pretty bearish in my personal opinion. 5,000 possible in its future. I want to hold my breath. Just saying. However, right, this is a $2,000 company. I bet you the freaking premiums on this is glorious, dude. Selling these contracts. I gotta get my hands on some of these. We had a golden cross here too, back in February of 2022. It is probably due for some pullback. Alright, let's go look at some other oil. Chevron. Okay. Show me Chevy to the levy. That looks pretty much the same as what's going on with the other one. Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Just in different font. Looking, owie. Why is that over here? Move. Get out my way. Lots of stuff over here. I'm gonna just go ahead and lay a line. It looks busy. It's been in a consolidation for a while, and that is actually a nice breakout. It's been there for a hot minute, too. It's really nice breakout, dude. 212, 32. Now we're starting to see that breakdown. It needs to. But that's cool. Like, that was a really solid breakout. Whoever was in this for Chevron made some money. You know what I mean? If they had bought like April of 2025, right, when it was at this low here, and it ran to that $200, they almost doubled their money. Just beneath doubled. That's awesome. Good win. And bye bye, Miss American Pie. Oh, the Chevy to my levee, but the levee was dry. Okay, so we're still not up low yet, which is good. Which is a good sign. Like, there's still hope. There's still hope here. However small the hope is, there's hopium. I think we're going to come back and consolidate back in this range. With small little, like, breaks in the matrix here. I do want to put another thing below this, but I'm not going to. And the reason being is this I don't foresee happening again in our lifetime, but it's not impossible, okay? Because all this talk about how these cyber trucks and stupid freaking AI vehicles that they're trying to shove down everyone's fucking throat these days. They're trying to use the oil, which is stupid as shit, to destroy people's vehicles. Fucking people. But again, it's all just speculative. Everyone loves to talk out their ass, so I wouldn't feed into the headache. Let the townsfolk scream and cry wolf, and we'll just watch the market and see what the market says. Right? Let the town idiots do all of that for us. Right now, we'll watch and keep tabs, because that would put a lot of big companies out of business. You know what I mean? So I don't want any part of any of the newer vehicles, especially if they're gonna be checking me to make sure I can drive safely and trust AI not to malfunction. Anyway, that's kind of my dialysis here. On the off chance that this thing does have another run, maybe, okay, towards this upside, this uptrend. Let's just do somewhere in here of this climb. Say it has another breakout or another push. $305.69. All right, that's that. We charted some stuff. All right, okay, all right. I'm glad we're all on the same page. I'll post these in my Discord. Y'all still in here? Y'all still chilling? Good morning, Eric G. Oh, you want me to check silver? I check gold. Hola. Buenos dias. I just woke up. Yeah, I'm still kind of waking up. Not gonna lie. GCA, what's up? Should we do the real estate thing? On live? Okay. I will let you know, Solus. 85018. 85018. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go start looking in this general vicinity for houses. This is the first one I pulled up for me, but let's go back to search, because we're in that area now. Go back. I want to see all the houses, please. Please. We're gonna be selling houses today. Let me get my theme music out. 1 second. Okay. Hold on. Boom. Ignore the little star in my head. Good morning, Eric G. Look for living room pools. I am. As soon as this thing lets me go back to the search. Oh, thank you. It's about freaking time, bro. All right. I want to start with the most affordable, and then we'll look at the most expensive in this area code, okay? Oh, freaking dollar? No, it's not $1. I'm scared if it's $1. What's the catch 22 here? It's a rental. Oh no. Oh, okay, it's not bad. But why? Oh, it's for auction, that's why. Okay, so we're looking at auction houses right now. To be honest with you though, I kind of like, I know it's goofy to have the fireplace like that, but I kind of like that. I dig it. I kind of dig it. I bet you the heating would be great. But why would you need heat? You don't really need a fireplace in Arizona. Of all places. Like, the humidity is already bad enough. Imagine lighting that thing on fire. I used to love used carpet. Me too. It smells the best, especially when it's soiled. No. What happened here? This is obviously a glitched photo. I don't think that's how the cabinets look. Is that a mirror? Somebody help me. Help me understand what I'm looking at here. Please. Send help. Floors are definitely gonna need replaced. Look at that. What? Who fucking put these floors in, dude? Look. I can't zoom in anymore. That is missing wood. I know, that's what I'm saying. Who needs a fireplace in Phoenix, Arizona? I certainly do not. It's real nice. Wonderful house. It's only $1 right now. They're doing an auction. It's a foreclosure. You know what that means? They couldn't pay their bills. If that tells you anything, there's probably some cooling or window problems, you know? They're being sold as is. As is. That tells you everything you need to know. There's a lot of structural damage usually. Again, you can get a nice house if you can fix the structure. You might want to tear the whole thing down and start from the ground up. I mean, it has a freaking fireplace, you know? This is another foreclosure. An auction. As is property. As you can see, it has this, you know, very New Mexico aesthetic to itself. And that's the only 2 pictures you get to see. So the rest of the house is a surprise. Okay? But it's 4 bedrooms. The makeshift. Alright, continuing on. This house is only $7,500. It's a trailer. It looks very 1950s, okay? You can buy this house. The reason for the $2,500 cut is because I'm sure it's for retirement. And what did I say? I freaking knew it. 55 plus community. What did I say? Retirement. All right. They don't want your little crotch goblins here. So this house is probably not for you if you got some of those. Again, the aesthetic is very like 1950s with that very light mint green color. All right. Olive green, mint green, you know, same difference. It's a green color, all right? Wood floors all throughout the house, except for the bathroom. They decided not to do the bathroom. And that's okay. You got your walk-in tub and shower, which makes for a nice little area for yourself to sit down and take a nice bath shower, all right? Has a very nice... I don't know what you would call that. I was going to say sunroom, but the windows are boarded up. There's only a little bit of sun coming out. But then we got a second bathroom. Don't worry about the water damage. Just ignore that. We're going to just, you know, we're just going to ignore that. All right, moving on. Let's go look at some other houses, all right? It's just getting good. Yeah, it's Friday. Friday market's closed. Does that house come with? I have no idea. We gotta look. I gotta read the Aviator V6. That's so funny, Eric. Oh my god. The wheels on this house. I'm gonna just assume they come from the Firestones. Alright, the Fire of the Stones. They got a lot of trailers. Let's skip the trailers. Let's go to actual houses. Trailer. Not badly priced trailers, though. Let's be honest. For Arizona. Not bad. That's a trailer. That's another trailer. Trailer. possibly a trailer. However, they only sent the picture of the couch, so I think they're trying to sell the house and the couch. But don't quote me on that. You know, they posted the couch to probably bring people in. Anyway. Why is the couch? It's probably to get people to click it. Hold on. Let's go look. It's great marketing. I bet you I can sell you this house to you though. Alright. So for starters, this house is great. It's obviously not a house, it's a trailer. But you can fit a sectional piece in your living room, which is one of the biggest things about this trailer. Alright. It's a cute little aesthetic. Again, I think this is the 55 plus community. Let's go ahead and just double check. No, doesn't say anything about 55 plus. So you can actually bring your chillins here. All right, wonderful. This is great. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? First picture, the couch is for sale. Okay, the owners wanted me to let you know that. So if you want the couch to be left in the property, you know, you just got to add an extra like $300. That's about it. So you could be paying $30,300. All right. You know, not much to say about it. It's a trailer. It does have a covered parking, which is great for the hailstorms. I don't know if they get tornadoes out there, but if the off chance a tornado comes, you know, you got a place to hide somewhat. I wouldn't recommend staying in the trailer during the tornado, but that's up to you, sweetheart. We have a ramp for the wheelchair accessibility. So if you don't have legs, toes, you can use the ramp. All right, that's great for you. Good for you. Obviously, you're going to have to move all these plants out the way and the table so you can't access that ramp. But again, this is going to be your house, not mine. Very outdated appliances. They didn't update anything except for maybe a fresh coat of paint. I would recommend updating your appliances, you know. However, if it works, it works. It don't matter, right? This is just one of the bathroom pictures. We didn't really take a picture of the tub because it hasn't been cleaned yet by the cleaning lady. But if you look, it has, you know, the shower curtain looks really nice there. It's a nice little backsplash for you. Again, you have your covered parking spot there. Just to keep you safe. The heat fries the brain. Makes it hard to remember where they left things. Uh-oh. I'm having latency issues. OBS is messing up. Okay, these are all trailers. Let's keep going. Let's try to get away from the trailers. I want to see houses. That's a nice trailer though, right here. Look at that. That's open concept. I kind of dig that one. Definitely a trailer though. That's a double wide. Let's look at the double wide. I said we were going to avoid trailers, but we're going in the double wide. Let's see if there's any carpet in this one. A double wide trailer. Looks more like a house, less like a trailer. But it's still a trailer. As you can see, you have it covered for your car. Okay. Walk-in entryway also covered, so you can get out of the rain, monsoons, whatever's going on very quickly. That obviously has not been satin for a while, but you know, it's good for decoration. Ignore the giant trash bag there. It's just the body we've been hiding. As you can see, it's a spacious entryway. That's the front door. If you wanted to see the front door. Living room. Living room. It's a cute little family there. Dining room. Dining room at another angle. Office space. Kitchen, just the counter and the sink though. Kitchen from another angle. It's just the hallway, okay? Fridge, stove, microwave, and microwave oven. All right. Okay. Just making sure you knew what those were. Hallway. So it's a hallway. If you wanted to know what that looked like. Half the ceiling and sliding glass door. Closet. I'm assuming it's a room. And we don't even get to see the rest of the room. Washer and dryer. This is the laundry room. You can put your little ice maker in here. Bedroom. Just the bedroom. As you can see, it has plenty of space for all your stuff. Pretty sure that's it might be a full. Okay. Doesn't look big enough for a king size, but you know what? You'll make do with what you got, right? Ceiling fans are also a part of the amenities here. Great for the hot summer. Bathroom mirrors. It's great lighting. There's also a window up here if you ever want to open it up and let some more natural light into your home. Again, closet. That's not a bad closet, right? And then we got a bathroom. Another bathroom. Yes. Glass doors. So you can see your car in the reflection. Stick on tires. Yeah, they're probably stickers. Hold on, wait. What did I miss? Because Solus said something, and he said he wasn't happy. I'm being shallow for forgetting the last statement. Complete with plank vinyl wood floors. Oh, a trash room. Let's go there. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. Yes, there's an office space. It's a little nook and cranny, but you know what? It works. Oh, I see. Okay, now I understand why they wanted us to see the doors. If you look here, they slide like this. Obviously, it's had some damage. Just a little bit of damage, but these are the rolling doors. You know, the barn door style. You couldn't really tell, though. I think that's why they're trying to show this to us, okay? Other than that, very spacious. You know, plenty of room for you. Only you. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here, but it's spacious. Okay? If you just, you know, scoot yourself around in here. Again, you know, don't worry about what's in there. We're still waiting for the police to come and investigate. It's there, though. At least you have it. Oh, wow. You guys have an office. For what? What's the office? Oh, wow. The office is very nice. Why are we being shown this? Is this inside the double wide? No, hold on a minute. I feel like this is false advertisement. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the office. Okay. You guys have an office so you can run your little group meetings about the HOA and how horrible it is because you can't put the trash on the side of the road. Instead, you got to put it all in your house. Which we witnessed all of that. Oh, wow. A great place to dine with all your friends and do a barbecue out here if you want to use the amenities. Very nice. And there's a pool. How lovely. Much nicer looking than the house. But you know what? It is what it is. Is there a funhouse? Ruby needs her own space. A bingo room. A DJ area sold. There you go, Eric. Perfect. Perfect for entertainment. All right, let's go ahead and look at some other locations. Wasn't meeting our expectations here, so we got a couple other places to go and seek out. It's definitely the office. Oh, that's a piece of land. Let's look at the land and see how much. I mean, obviously it's not a very big lot, but there's land. You have a ditch here. I'm just gonna assume like the ditch is a part of the property. and not the property line. So you're gonna have to look at the size of that. Your own little piece of they cut the tree out, so you don't even get one of the trees. Which tree? Now I want to know which tree it is. I'm gonna guess it's that tree. They cut that tree out. You don't get that tree. That is their tree. Okay. Just moving forward. Well then. Is this an apartment? Okay. Alright, yep. Definitely all double wides. We're going to move to a bit of a more pricier section. I'm going to skip a couple pages so then we can get to apartments. I'm a little bit scared of this one, so let's go ahead and just check it out, shall we? So obviously you don't get really any covered parking from what it looks like. Stairs were built in 1775. Okay. The unit is built on top of a historical building, and we utilize parts and pieces from the historics. Okay. You do have a garage underneath your house and an entryway into it. Actually, not bad, right? Don't let the outside scare you, though. It's the inside that counts. Like I said, walking in, you have really dark floors, which is great. I mean, it's for $128,000. That's not bad, right? Obviously, use carpets that are also dyed black. We did that because, you know, the previous owner had some issues. And we just wanted to make sure that, you know, when you came and bought this, that the carpets looked somewhat decent. Again, for $120,000, you can do a lot to this space. Actually, for the price, how many bedrooms is that? Actually, 2 bedrooms. Brand new ceiling fans. Walls have been redone and painted. It's your home away from home. Quaint little bathroom. This is how pictures are supposed to be taken, by the way. That last one, you know, I don't know what we were looking at half the time. Actually, it's pretty spacious. This one I have to compliment. This one's not bad for somebody that has a small family that just needs a place. Oh, you also get a balcony. Wow. But it's carpeted, which is fucking weird. Who does that? Brown carpet. It's just the outside that's horrific. Can you paint your own outside? You're missing some numbers too. Everything's outdated. Like, that's horrible. If I'm gonna buy it, I'd be getting a lot of stuff redone on the outside of it. But the interior is not bad. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Like I said, it's the inside that counts. The washing machine, yes. Well, you know what? What else? You're cramped. You have so much space. All right. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and it's red. Let's just, you know what? It's red. We just got to look at it. It's red. Kitchen has been updated. That's the only thing we've really put. Wow. We put a lot of money in here. It has a $20,000 cut because we realized just because we updated it, you know, doesn't mean that we need to add $20,000 extra onto it. However, this is our little small kitchen, but it's great for entertainment. Red walls. If you're a big red person, this is the house for you. We have white accent walls, black accent walls, just to make this house a little bit more stylish and in your face, kind of. I don't know. Anyway, living room and kitchen area are all connected, which is a great way to keep your customers, friends, coming over time and time again. Does look like you can fit a king size bed though in your room. That does look like a king, dude. That's a California king. That's awesome. You can get a king size bed fit in here. This is the only bedroom, okay? And you have 2 patio doors. Lots of natural lighting. Dope. This person took good care of their home. Oh, the bathroom is even cool. We have stone tiled accent walls on your floor in your bathroom. It's shower only, so there's no tub. Updated toilet features. Again, that black accent wall. Oh, on the 40th floor. We're on the top floor. I swear to God. I think we're on the top floor. Don't quote me on that, though. Pretty sure. Or even right above the pool area, okay? We're somewhere up here. That's... I don't know what floor with the... Third. I think it's the third because it says 3J. We're on the third floor, you guys. It wasn't that high. It wasn't the 40th floor like I thought. My bad. My bad. It's a hard no. I know, right? It's short but wide. Makes no sense. Your walls will always be a shade of pink, and no matter how much paint you put over it. Yeah. Forever and always. Primer it's gonna take to get the red off your walls. No kidding. Somebody, they have to sell it to somebody who likes red. That's all I know. If they like the red accent walls, then that's the house for them. Otherwise, it's not worth the investment. All right, let's try to find some creepy rundown. Let's go in. Let's just see. You know what? The outside looks a little bit off, but you know what? You never know. Once we go inside, it could be amazing. This is a shack on the side of the road that we found. We're not quite sure what's inside, so let's go ahead and take a peek in. Yes, it looks like a stable. It looks like a barn, but you know what? We're all a bunch of animals, aren't we? Oh, we can't go in. Huh, wonder why. It's condemned. Like, something's wrong. Anyway. Oh, it's just land. It's just the land in front of this. Okay. It's land. You just get the land that's in front of that house, okay? We can't go in. Let's see. We gotta find something that's... that one's nice. What? Is that an apartment? It's probably an apartment. Look how nice this looks. Wow, that one's nice too. Hold on. For prices, that's not bad. Although it's one bedroom. I think that's my only issue. But if you're looking for a one bedroom, right, as a single person, this would be perfect for you. Okay, you have a screen door that's made of metal bars. It's for your protection, especially in this neighborhood, as you can tell. Wow. There's a lot of potential here. Okay, granted, I don't know who the previous owner was that chose this setup. They didn't utilize their space well. Obviously, you can see some tiles have some damage and does need some work. But this place has potential, okay? Again, potential is the word and the key here. And for the price, you would have plenty left over to go and mess around and do your thing, right? Backsplash is definitely very gaudy. I don't even know what you would call that backsplash. However, from a distance, it doesn't look too bad. And once you put all your furniture inside of here and decorate the place, this could be a very welcoming space. That's huge. That's actually a really big room. I ain't gonna lie. Nice entertainment space for somebody that's a single person. And then we have our one bedroom, right? And as you can see, the closets expand pretty far out. Massive sliding doors to get into your closet. Huge vanity mirror. And it's a shower, no tub. Massive, like, patio area. Like, wow. Honestly, with how much space this has and the high ceilings, they could do a lot with this. Like, this kitchen needs updated, of course. And I feel like if they updated the kitchen, it would, like, I don't know, bring more warmth to this area. And I like how they did the window. Like, this area is really cool. You could put a little seating area, like a bookshelf or something. Really like it. It's nice. You guys got some nice places over there in Arizona. The only thing is I don't like traffic. And I like small, quaint towns. So I would never move there. But it's nice to look and just be like, oh, that's not bad. Gives me ideas to what I can build out here. All right, let's get into the more expensive, pricier homes here. Land, more land. Here, let's get rid of land. We don't want land. We don't want apartments. Condos? Yeah, we'll leave condos. We'll leave townhouses and multiple family. Yeah, we'll leave those. Because you know what? We want to be able to hear our neighbors scream in the middle of the night. Hold on, I'm going to pull this chat out so then I can see your guys' chat maybe? Okay, what's the point of detaching it if I can't bring it with me? I'm gonna find a way where I can see your guys' chats while I'm live. The only problem is when I adjust it. Hold on. I'm gonna do something like that. And something like this, maybe. No, it's not gonna let me. Okay. Fine. So the zip code is the most diverse demographic ever. Try to stay the north side of Camelback. It's the ghetto on the south. I believe that, though. Like, fully. Yeah, let's go like that. Okay. Why? Okay. This obviously is not working very well. Oh well, I'm doing the best that I can. I will expand it so you guys can kind of... Can you guys see it pretty well? Still? But I do want to see the ghetto, okay? I want to check these houses out. Isn't that the point? We came here to investigate. Hi, DH. How are you? You look alive. We're gonna get rid of manufactured. I think that's what those trailers are considered. Okay. And I was right. Okay, so far these are mostly condos. Maybe we'll get rid of condos too. No condos. Okay, we've narrowed everything down. Alright, let's see if we can find us a monstrosity, shall we? Multiple family homes. Yeah, we're looking at some property. I found one. Guys, this is it. We found one. Are you ready for this? For only $160,000, this 2-bedroom, 2-bath house could be yours for the low price of that $160,000. As you can see, it says, beware. How many pictures does this have? No, it only has one. No. They didn't take a picture of the inside. It's condemned. I guarantee it. Nice opportunity in an up-and-coming neighborhood. Close to a sport arena. That's all they had to say about it. That's all they had to say. Come with your hammer and nails. That free pit bull? Yeah, probably. And the puppies, too. Oh, my gosh, dude. But you have to bring your own hammer and nails. I'm kind of offended for $160,000. Like, why can't they just hand me the nail and hammer? Like... Unreal. King Corso. Come with an AK. Rottweiler. I mean, it's fenced in. It's a fenced in house, you guys. Come on. There's potential here. You know, with the crack in the sidewalk, you know, it makes me wonder how many other... I mean, there's cracks all over the place. The foundation obviously needs to completely be redone. For $160,000, you're going to be spending a lot more than $160,000 on this piece of land. Bring your own windows. Exactly. Exactly, DH. All right, welcome to 4605 East Pueblo Avenue in Phoenix, Arizona. Those are metal picture. Oh my gosh. Before we get started, you have a wonderful hidden corridor over here. We're about to find out, Eric, okay? Let's just go ahead and get started. I can already tell by the yellow walls that we're in for a treat, you guys. All right, first thing first, coming in at the kitchen. A lot of natural lighting, you know, just coming from this little area here. Great for having families over. Obviously, maybe 2 people. If your family consists of 2 people, it's on wheels. It's on its last leg. Ignore all the water damage on the ceiling. That was a part of the house. That's how it came. Yeah. Lots of wonderful natural lighting. Again. So if you just knock down all of this wall here, you'd probably have a lot more room for your kitchen. Yellow walls again. These tiles were just laid. We didn't paint anything, as you can see here with that first step and the back here. Again, house is as is. The owner said that, you know, just to suck it up and just deal with it. My finger did get in the way of the lens here, but that is the bathroom. I just pointed at it, you know. I just wanted you to make sure that you knew that was the bathroom. If you knock down the whole thing's coming down. I swear. It's the wall that's like the support beam, and it's the only thing keeping this thing from collapsing on itself. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. If we peek around the corner here a little bit more, you can see that this is the bathroom. Obviously, it's unfinished. Paint job was done by my neighbor. He got tired about halfway through and just said he was done. Okay, we didn't even paint behind the toilet. Look at that. Look at, God, we didn't even get to see the bedrooms, you guys. Like, that's it. This is all they had. We didn't get to see the bedrooms. We only got to see the good aspects of the house. Was the bathroom and the kitchen and the living area. The bedrooms. Anyway, yeah, we got to see the best aspects of this house. 2 bedrooms. Obviously, we didn't get to see them, but the owners have not completely vacated fully yet. Okay. Oh man. This one actually looks like a pretty big house. Let's go look at it. It looks like I don't fit on that toilet. The light switch like 7 feet. Oh, it's for sale. It's for sale. Oh, that one's actually really nice for the price, dude. Look at this. Oh, we're just gonna scroll through. I want to go look at bad houses, but let's just scroll through this one. Front door. Wow. Dude, look at that. That's actually really nice for the price. Carpeted stairs, which I would prefer anyway. Small kitchen, though. Very small kitchen, but you can knock down a couple walls and expand that. I like it, though. Has a lot of natural lighting, too. This doesn't look like a serial killer's home, which is a positive. Salute to that. Lots of bedroom space. Ooh, they have dark wood. Lots of different wooding and flooring in different rooms. However, that would be hard. Like, I don't understand this. Why even add that there? So I can put the toilet paper behind me? It is a trap house, probably. So this house... Okay, hold on. This is the outside. So I'm guessing this is kind of like a backyard, maybe? I don't know the street view, you guys. Hold on. I'm going to guess this is the closest we're going to get to the street view. The neighbors don't look like they're bad either. Boarded up windows in some aspects here, but that's the neighbors over there, so it doesn't look horrible. Actually, you look like you are in a pretty good neighborhood from the looks of it here. 169,900, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's pretty big considering. 1,118 square foot as well. Again, we're gonna go look for more rundown places. Dude, I always wonder what's behind these walls. Should we go look at this one? It did just have a $9,000 price cut. Let's see why they got a price cut. Why does it have a bare storage container? That's where we hide the bodies. What the fuck? Who designed these properties? Oh, this thing? It's just a little pimple patch. I just have one little like pimple there and it's been annoying me, so I just put a thing on it to try to get rid of it. Bruh. What? Who fucking patched this? Did you guys see that? No, I didn't bunk my head. Fent? I freaking knew it. This isn't a good neighborhood. We're leaving. I mean, did you look at that patch job? They just painted over it too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it has some special needs. I didn't have much to say about it because... Anyway. This one's only been on here for 11 days, but there's bars on the windows. And I'm a bit excited. Like, why are we putting bars on the windows these days? Is this... This must be the freaking bad side of town because... We're north. We're in Breaking Bad, Arizona. Look at the freaking number. 922214. Bars on the windows for your protection. But if there's ever a fire, good luck escaping. With all due respect. Oh, there's not enough pictures here. Yeah, you're not going to get to see much out of this house. What's with people posting like half the property? To keep people in. To keep people in. Not even to keep people out. It's to keep people in. I swear, bro. It just catches me off guard every freaking time. Wow. Okay. So, as you can see, this home still hasn't had their roof finished. There's still piles of roofing materials on top here, which is great for you because guess what? The roof is at least fixed. Which means there was probably some damage on the roof, okay? That means there's probably water stains on the ceilings, but we won't talk about that. For now, I just want you to, just know the fact that there's plenty here for you on your roof to continue fixing your roof. The owners kind of ran out of money halfway through, couldn't pay the roofers, and it just hasn't gotten finished, okay? Let's go ahead and move forward. Bars on the windows. We picked a very nice, sleek design for you and your family. You get one parking spot right there. Okay? That is your fence. That is your parking spot. Right? Let's go ahead and pop on in here. Lots of wonderful natural lighting from our LEDs. Soulless efficiency. Yeah, we didn't need to move the toilet bowl or anything. Again, I just hired my neighbor to do it because he said he was a painter and he did the best job that he possibly could. We ran out of paint halfway. I got the roofers. Oh my gosh, DH. Probably. That's probably what happened too. Welcome to the kitchen. Now, I will compliment that these cabinetries, right? Very authentic. They're very unique to what they are. The rest of the kitchen, I have questions. Now let's go ahead and continue on. Again, natural lighting. Lots of natural lighting. And for the space, you could probably fit, a chair here. Maybe a small TV here. You can't get one of those 60 inches, but you know what? You can fit a TV somewhere. Okay. Bathroom. Bathroom. Same bathroom, just with the curtain opened. And that's it. We didn't even need to see the bedroom. You know, you don't need to see the bedroom. You don't need to know anything about the bedrooms. There's 2 of them. But you didn't need to know, okay? Yeah. Great house. Okay. Moving on. We have a $170,000 house right here. Green walls. Orange is always, you know, accommodating to the eye of the street. But we didn't come here to look at the paint job. We came here to look inside the house. Again, bars on the front door, which is wonderful. This time you can't escape the fire, okay? We usually don't like that, but for you, this time we can avoid because we have a fence that's made out of bars. You're fine. Nothing natural about that lighting. You know what? You're absolutely correct. Spacious natural lighting. Wow. Can't let the outside be the judge of character. Once we step inside, very nice. Kitchen's a little underdated, but you can figure that out. As you can see, we have one cabinet that has fallen apart, which we recommend highly that you decide what you want to do with your kitchen. Again, blue was kind of a bluish gray was the aesthetic here. Guacamole green paint. Hell yeah. Right now, we're currently in the kitchen area. I wish they would tell me the dimensions here, but, you know, I would have to dig a little bit deeper. This was listed by Tina. Thanks, Tina. If you ever have a power outage or you have a fuse that isn't working, your power box is inside the kitchen, which is very convenient because all of us are in the kitchen all the time. Moving on, we do have some hanging wires here. Don't let that alarm you. Get some tape and just tape it back up. It should be fine. Please ignore the bathroom. The bathroom is fine. Ignore the walls. Price is still firm. I will not adjust the price. I know what I have. Okay. What the fuck is with the walls, dude? I don't even fucking do. I want to know why the wall looks like that. Anyway, bedroom. Ignore the stain. Why can't I just scroll through the pictures? Bedroom. Don't know what happened there. That is a remote for your fan. Bathroom. We didn't show the toilet this time because it's the same bathroom. Please, it's not usable. It's not usable. It's broken. You can hire a plumber. The owner said oh my god, washer and dryer is outside. You gotta be shitting me. Looking the guacamole off the walls. I'm just gonna let you know, if you think you're gonna do your clothes in your house, think again. With this new outlook on life, you can do your laundry outside. It doesn't matter if it's raining, hailing, storming, old man is snoring. You can do your clothes outside. Hell, don't even get a dryer. Just hang them on a clothesline. You'll be fine. During the rainstorm. Please. Please. Again, you have a lot of privacy, so you could hang your clothes up. What in the... Bro, who is selling these? I want to know how the realtor is like being like, oh, you have washer and dryer hookups, and they're like, awesome, you know, and they're walking around. It's like, okay, you know, the space isn't really, you know, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not like, you know, breathtaking or anything. And then they're like, so where's this washer and dryer hookup? And then they walk you out in the backyard, and all you see is this old rustic fucking 1920s fucking washing machine. And they're just like right here. Does it come with a gang affiliation? No, you gotta get jumped in. Bird shit on my clean clothes. Could you imagine type of blurs on the window to keep people in? my gosh. Yeah, it doesn't work out well. Don't worry, folks. We're moving on. No more apartments. Welcome to 121 North 28th Avenue, Phoenix, Arizona. 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Hopefully there's plenty of pictures here. I actually didn't count the pictures. I guess I should shower BRB. What? No market today. Yeah, go take care of yourself. Excuse me, guys. I'm still waking up too. This house goes with gang application. Not just the gang act. No. The gang lives inside with you. They're selling the bedrooms, okay? They live here. You're just paying to own a bedroom or two. You are the gang now. You are taking care of the gang now. Oh no, there's no other pictures. I wonder why. I wonder why there's no other pictures. Such a shame. A damn shame, really. Let's see what they say about it. Talk about a blank slate. I want to apply to consult the game on this whole network here. Yeah, exactly, Solus. When I read about a home, the first things that I read are the most important to me. But I don't want to be reading talk about a blank slate. Like, that is just the most under-appealing statement you could make about this property. Yes and no's. That goes to Wyans, I swear. This is your opportunity to bring your creativity and vision to life by transforming a home with original character into a modern masterpiece today's buyers are searching for. Built in 1946. Fully renovated homes in the area are a commanding price near $300,000, making this an incredible opportunity for investors, flippers, or buyers looking for build equity. That means that it's condemned inside. Do we want to go check the bar windows? I think we do. Let's go ahead and pop on in. I'm going to pick a different location after this house because I got a couple that we can go and look at. Couple of towns, I should say. Arizona's got some issues too, though. Yeah, this home's not too bad. I want horror movie, okay? I need horror flicks. Although it reminds me of like the Mexican drama horrors, that house setup. I've seen those. I know my houses when it comes to that. It's like some lady that's just like murdering people. She says that she has like room for somebody to come stay the night. And then you get freaking murdered in the room that's supposed to be like your hotel room or something. Is that only one picture? Yeah. I think I know why. I think you know why, guys. Don't go to this house. If you're ever invited in, there's an old lady that usually stands here and she waves to you to come to the house. Don't go in. It's a trap. All right. 1 second. So we checked out Phoenix, Arizona. I'm going to show you guys some messed up houses. Actually, hold on. No, Oregon. We can go look at Oregon. Oh, there's no houses here. Hold on. Remove boundaries, please. I'm gonna zoom out real quick because there's one location that I really want to go to that I want to show you guys. You could go look at New Mexico houses too. I want to go here. We're going to start in Georgia. And then I'm going to show you guys some houses up in, not Ohio. What's the other one? We can look at North Carolina. We can look in, anyways, we'll zoom out. We'll go in there. So first we're going to go towards Atlanta. Okay. Let's go to Atlanta, Georgia. There's quite a few homes over here. Just be prepared, okay? We're jumping extremes. You thought that was bad. You haven't seen bad. Let's go ahead and start with the $45,000. Okay. Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, where houses are sketchy and the people are sketchier. Oh my gosh. No. I don't want to do this one. I just found the best one ever. You guys wanted to build a fort when you were a kid? You ever wanted to build a fort and live in a fort? Well, now you can. Welcome to 9 Charleston Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, Solus, I'll keep that. I'll go to that that location here. 9274. Can we look at this house first? I'm excited. I can't wait to show this house off. 9274. I'm gonna save that so we can go and look at that. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. When I think of a fort, I think of blankets, I think of pillows, I think of chairs, but never in my life have I ever thought about tying it to my own house. And for you, we can give you that fort that you've always wanted since a child. Let's go ahead and get into it, alright? The moment you walk through the blankets, you enter this amazing natural lit bedroom, okay? This is one of many of the great rooms that we have here. It does have a brand new ceiling fan that was just put in. A little bit of structural damage, nothing too crazy. But it is for your needs. Everything is here and already kind of set up. If you need some extra clothes, we do have that as well. Again, a little bit of structural damage, but nothing too crazy. On the off chance that you don't mind black mold, there is a little bit of black mold, so you can start your own mushroom farm or fungal farm. It just adds a little bit more spice, especially if this is something that you're planning on working on in the future. If you are a mushroom farmer, it does have that already pre-mixed in the air. Okay, again, a little bit of structural damage, nothing too crazy. This again is another bedroom. As you can see, you can fit a full-size bed in here. The floors do need a little bit of renovation. It's nothing too crazy. Again, a little bit of structural damage. This is a really nice home with natural lighting. Again, this bed probably is about a queen as well, maybe a full. A lot of natural lighting. These are some massive windows. They take up a lot of the space here. Again, just a little bit of structural damage. Nothing too crazy. Nothing a little paint won't fix. This is also the neighborhood, the street view, just so you know where you're living here in Georgia. You're welcome. It's rusty nails. Makes me want to go watch some YouTube. Some rusty spoons. Alright, I'm going to take your area code now. I just wanted to go to the Blanket Fort House. Okay, now we've all seen the Blanket Fort House. But have you ever seen the house that has no roof? I do have your zip code though. Let's go ahead and just peek on in. There's only 4 photos. It won't take long. There are bars on the windows, so if you are ever afraid that something could happen to you while you are out here in the middle of nowhere, in this jungle, don't you worry your pretty little head. There are bars on the windows. We do not have a door, but you can buy one. Pretty spacious inside as well. As you can see, it is nothing but the bones of this house, so it is a great remodel. Okay? Again, $55,000 for this could be all yours. It's only 10,000 square feet, which is actually pretty big. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually a pretty big lot for anyway, let's go ahead and go to the zip code. Are you guys ready for this? Oh wow. 9027.4. This is the Richie Rich area, huh? Low to high. Sir, these are very bougie houses. Are you sure this was the zip code that you wanted to go and peek at? Actually, this is really nice. It's kind of hidden in the back here. Wow. Wow. No wonder it's $500,000 or about $1 million. 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom, luxury, high class, elegance. Nothing in this estate screams poverty. With the new chandelier that was installed by ACHR himself, it brings a compliment to this foyer. A place to just sit and dine, which we all know we don't dine here. It is simply art. Moving on to the dining and kitchen experience, the kitchen is fully equipped with hard stainless steel appliances, including the new deluxe luxury dishwasher. Cookbook is also included for those of you who do not know how to cook your own food. Lots of natural lighting that does come in. Again, very luxurious and a great place to entertain all your friends that do come over. Now, if we walk a little bit further and we come to the stairs, yes, there's not an elevator, but that doesn't matter. As long as you have legs, you can do anything you want. Master bedroom, equipped with high ceilings, can fit a standard king-size bed, 2 if you really wanted. Natural lighting all throughout the apartment or the house. I think it's an apartment though. Huge vanity mirrors on all sides of the house. So when you're taking a shower, if you want to get a good peek of yourself, you can do so. Upgraded toiletries, upgraded toilets, showers, you know the works. Walk-in closets, shoe racks, you name it. And the second bedroom, again, another really master-sized bedroom. Could probably fit another king in there. But for this picture, we decided to choose a queen. Just to show you the mass size of these rooms. Okay, another bathroom. Again, we have 3 bathrooms in this house. And then a small little patio. Okay, great for a small little garden. Something to keep things, you know, green and lively and beautiful. You do have a garage, a 2-car garage it looks like here. That will be parked in the backside of these apartments. Again, one of these lovely homes, which also has a community center that you guys can have your personal cooks come and cook for you, as well as a complimentary gym and a lovely lounge area for you, and pool tables. Ooh, and Pong. Fun. We also have washer and dryer areas where you can scan your credit or debit card and get your loads of laundry clean. But usually you send your ladies to do that, so just send them over, right? We have tennis courts available for your enjoyment, as well as a complimentary pool. And we call them the estates. Okay, so what I wanted to end with here, for the low price of $975,000, this all could be yours in the peninsula of California. Wahaha. Where is that? Miss Realtor. Well, they accept GME shares? I don't know about that. You know. Yeah, it's for a condo. Eric, this is in Palos Verdes Peninsula. This is the bougie side of California. It's near you. Eric, did you see the blanket fort house? He said, "Fuck no." Eric, did you see the Eric? Look, I gotta show you something. That's where my daughter's mom lives. Oh my god, are you serious? Excuse me. No, I remember. Okay, I gotta ask too. Joker, did you see the Blanket Fort house? I gotta show you guys. I'm gonna go back to the Blanket Fort house. We're gonna go to the Blanket Fort house. Hold on. I can't wait to show you. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? We gotta go to this side though. Alright, Georgia. I can't wait to show you the Blanket Fort house, dude. If I can find it again. Hold on. No, why is it so hard to find it all of a sudden? There it is. I found it. Yay! Eric, check out this Blanket Fort house. It has a lot of wonderful natural lightings. And I said earlier, I was like, have you ever had a dream of owning your own Blanket Fort house? Well, now you can. And then I just kind of, yeah. Eric, just wait until you see the inside of this place, man. I said not a lot of natural lighting, and the ceiling fan is brand new. It was just put in. Just a little bit of structural damage, nothing too crazy. Again, the floors do have a little bit of problems, but nothing a good clean won't help fix. I did talk about the mold. For somebody who is a mushroom farmer or anyone, it does already have its natural fungi in the air, which should help spores grow. Again, a little bit of structural damage. Great lighting though overall. Just needs a little bit of paint. Nothing crazy. It can fit double-sized beds or full-size beds in each room. This is just one of the rooms. This is the second room. Again, a little bit of structural damage. Nothing too crazy. Nothing a little bit of paint won't fix, okay? Just give it a manager special. And then the street view. Hi, Zelly. Oh my gosh, shoes. Hold on, yeah, we're house shopping. Hi, Zelly. What the fuck is... I told you it was a fort house. It's the Blanket Fort house. To move near Zelly. Flip-flops are not recommended in this home, Zelly, unless they're... Yes. Little structural damage. Bring your own beer, PPE. Steel toe sandals. Those all remind me of a friend. He keeps kicking the wall. It reminds me of my brother when he gets mad at his video games. Okay. And I love him to death, but boy needs to calm down. Alright, we checked out the Blanket Fort house. I don't know how many pictures this one has. I know that some of these don't have very many pictures. We can see if this one has any pictures because there's grass growing on the roof. And I was, that's just amazing. Oh, it's not grass. You know what? That's okay. I believe that this is condemned, for good reason. And there is only one picture. You can't go in there. Sorry. Can't enter that house. Obviously, it needs new windows. But that's not too bad of an expense. Again, we did go and look at that property as well. You guys could have your own little, brick walled fortress. The doors do not exist, but there's bars on the window, so you would be extra safe, okay? No roof, but you're fine. You'll be just fine. I don't think there's any other pictures here, but we're just going to go ahead and look at it for you guys. This is only $60,000. It was burnt down, and how come this house has more pictures? That is unbelievable. It has a very wonderful front. As you can see, a fire did take place here, which is very sad for this property. It was condemned, but let's go ahead and peek on inside here. It does come equipped with a chimney, which means there is a fireplace, which is a great thing. Again, just a little bit of structural damage, nothing too crazy, nothing a little bit of brick walls won't solve, okay? Again, this is your front porch patio. Great for entertaining people. A little bit of cleaning needs to be done, but again, it's a wonderful aesthetic for you. Lots of natural lighting does come in from this house as the roof has been burned. But don't let that deter you, okay? Lots of wonderful natural lighting. I mean, you have a skylight now. You can see the stars while you sleep, which is one of the very many things that are great about this property. Again, it is equipped with fireplaces. Again, this house is just one of those wonderful things that you can just, let the imagination run wild and free now. It is the picture perfect build for your dream home. Again, lots of natural lighting. Nothing a little paint won't fix, okay? It does have a basement, or had a basement. But as you can see, the damage was, which isn't too horrible. Like, just, again, nothing a little bit of paint won't fix. You can contact the agent at any point in time if you are interested in this home. Yeah, it has great phones. Vintage. I think the word is vintage. Oh my gosh. Definitely not a joke. Oh, that's some great. Oh my gosh. Oh, basement still. So interesting. Reactor. A little bulldozer won't fix. Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, speaking of bulldozers, right? Once that bulldozer does come in, I have some great news for you and what it'll look like. Boom. Right here. Once that bulldozer comes in and levels the playing field, you guys have this right here to look forward to. Look forward. You could own this. Potentiality. Pictures just for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, you could build a really wonderful house as soon as you get rid of everything. Just get rid of all of it. Burn the neighborhood down. Start over. Moving forward. Okay, we found a lovely home for $65,000 just for you. If you were looking for your dream home, look no further. Oh my God. Look no further. This is the house for you. Don't let the window sagging off to the right here deter you from what this house's potential is and what it can be for you. Mudslides do happen. Of course, you might need to fix a little bit of the foundation here, but nothing a little paint won't fix. Don't mind the sidewalk walking up to this location. As you can see, it has a wonderful front door entry. As we come in, it is beautiful. There is a skylight, as you can see, that shines right on you while you're on the shitter. Mirrors do need to be replaced. The manager special, definitely just kind of paint over everything. It should be good as new. And this house you could probably start renting tomorrow, right? As we continue on here, it has a spacious, wonderful backyard. Actually, this might be the front yard. But again, you could probably fence this off and make it a wonderful location for families and generations to come. Now, if we walk into the kitchen, as you can see, this kitchen is just, it has a lot of potential. One of a kind kitchen. The craftsmanship is, anyways, the backsplash. So the backsplash, there's a story behind the backsplash. It is a bunch of little bit of clippings of different, designs that were just kind of spliced together and thrown onto the wall to just give it its own aesthetic. I can honestly say, obviously, you're going to need a new sink, but the plumbing at least will be new. And that is something that you can upsell and upcharge when you do invite your potential renters into this location. Floors, again, you could get all new carpeted or wood floors, whatever is your fancy here. The whole house is only being held up by this closet alone, which is why we left it there. As you can see, we did carve out a hole so you could enter the kitchen this way. This is the first thing you do see when you enter the house. Carpet is being removed off the stairs. We just haven't quite finished or completed doing that yet. You do have sliding glass doors. Again, this is a wonderful project home. Not much to say about the fireplace, but as long as you do your due diligence and clean it and properly care for your fireplace, you should be fine. Again, a little bit of cosmetic damage, nothing too crazy. Just put a little paint on it. Ignore the ceilings, please. All right, now we're on the roof. I don't know how I got up here, but you know what? Here we are. Chimney is secure. Looks like they did bolt some things into it. That looks a little off, but you know what? It is a pink chimney, so maybe that is something you were interested in. Maybe that's why I'm up here. Pink is the color, okay? It is the new black, they say. And that's the house. Again, this house is only $65,000, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I don't remember going into any bedrooms, but you know what? That's perfectly okay. The natural lighting in this home alone should be enough to sell the deal. Does it come with it? One of those nearest dating. We bulldoze the house and we charge 25 to 35 for. Oh, bet Solis. That's my. No, a base basketball court for $60K. I'm looking at this seriously now, Zelly. Bet. What is the address for this place? For the stadium? Because again, if we can buy it, we could charge for parking. I'll help you find it, and you can just pay me like whatever they pay people, realtor fees or whatever. It's like, I don't know, it's barely anything. And then we could just find a location, bulldoze it, flat level it, clean up all the shit, make them parking spots. I'm totally in. Tell me the address. We'll go look. Just kidding. God, that house kind of hurt my heart a little bit. Has lots of wonderful natural lighting and fixtures and stuff, and it's just, walls were just, somewhat damaged. It looked like it had a crack in the whole entire frame of the home, and wow. All right, guys, this one looks like another condemnation. It's beautiful. It's a huge home. Boarded up windows. I'm going to say this was from Hurricane Katrina, right? It just never got touched. Let's go ahead and look around. House is still standing pretty sturdy. Does need a bunch of new windows. Not much to say about this home, really. I think it speaks for itself. This home kind of speaks for itself. It's breathtaking. And in the greatest way. I was going to say not in the best way, but I'm a realtor. I have to say in the best way possible. It is breathtaking. The bars on the window is to keep the animal inside that does live inside this home. It's something we've never, scientists are still confused about what kind of animal it is. That's why we're not inside, right? We've contained it, and that's what's that is what truly matters. That's where it came from. That's the spawn of hell, I'm pretty sure. Again, scientists are still baffled by how this creature got in here. And we're getting closer to it. Can we go in? No, they're not gonna go in. Okay. Why'd we get closer to it? That's a brave picture taker, but the cameraman never dies. So is this in Atlanta? It is. It is in Atlanta. If we have an no HOA, we can commercially set. Bet. I'm so down. I make it a parking. Now we're like talking like billionaires. More my language. Let's level this one, just because. Since fact of the day, don't kill the house centipede. Centipede. It hunts for termites and other insects. What? There's centipede. Oh, I didn't know that. She said, stop. Oh my gosh, Sally, that's so funny. Bro, look at the roof. I'm pretty sure that's like the... Bro, is this where they kept the children? This looks like something from a horror flick. Like they kept the kids in here. Roof's barely holding on. There's spiders. It's on Hannah Road too. Hannah, what are you doing? Look at its neighbors. Look at their neighbors. This is the only freaking house on the block that looks like hell. Like, all these people have all these nice yards, and then there's just this fucking place. No wonder it's an eyesore. They're like, please, somebody buy it, demolish it, do something. What we could do is we could level it again and make it like we could put up what do they call them? Storage units in the area. I want to buy a storage unit. I'm not gonna lie, like, I want to sell storage unit access, because when people do leave them and like abandon them or whatever, like, those auctions can do you pretty well, like, for what they, you know, back pay or whatever. Yes, I know. Just a new we'll buy. So what we'll do is we'll buy a bulldozer, and we'll just clean all these houses. We'll just like take them all out and then dump them. When Jesus was here. Yes. Yes. Excuse me. All right. Before you take off running, I have a house just for you. As you can see, the neighbors probably don't mind this home. Don't ever look for the signs. When you're house hunting, don't ever look for signs. You want to know why? Because they're going to tell you exactly what to do. I don't know if you can read that from here, but I think the signs are pretty clear. Let me know when you get the sign, and then we'll go inside this house, because Jesus criminy. Don't ever look for signs, because they're everywhere. Oh, good, thank God the sign's gone. All right, moving on. The door and the windows definitely need to be replaced, but it has wonderful bones. A small amount of termite damage, nothing too crazy. Oh, yeah, we can't go inside. But again, not a bad house. Not a bad house, especially considering, you know, God is giving you signs everywhere about what to do about this property. This is move. Literally move. That is crazy. Crazy work here. All right, let's go ahead and... Why are there so many condemned houses? What is going on in Georgia, dude? Somebody needs to go and investigate this. There is a garage. You guys. I don't think the car comes with it, unfortunately. But there's a garage, you guys. This guy's definitely getting the rest of his shit out of this house. It definitely burned. It's really sad. 1544, that would be your address. Those are angel numbers. Just level it and build something new. Alright, let's go ahead and peek in here. This one doesn't look horrible, so maybe we can actually get some pictures through here. Okay? For $77,500, this place could be yours. You would be an 18A. This is, wow, actually, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. I kind of like it. I kind of dig it. It's very rustic. You know what I mean? I'm worried about my neighbors upstairs, though. I don't want to fucking hear them tromping around in the morning. All right, moving on. As you can see, we have a little nook kitchen. Huge living room. Really cool ceiling fan. I think that's what sells this whole entire house is the ceiling fan. Fireplace. Very beautiful home. Is it practical for one person? Yes. For anyone else, probably not. If you have kids, it's probably not the home for you. But let's go ahead and continue on. There is a closet for washer and dryer in your hallway. And then right into, after doing that, we right into the room, okay? You have a whole 2 closets, which is all walk-in, I think, somewhat. I don't know. Something like that. We have a TV mount already set up just for you. If you just, you know, want to come in and set your TV up, that is perfect. We did put the plug or the plug-in right next to it, so then it's not, you know, dragging onto the floor. Great for hiding your plugs. Again, the ceiling fan is what sells it. I do not recommend having intercourse in this room, only because the ceiling fan has been known to cut people's heads off just by the way that it's shaped, okay? And it is shaped Anyway, moving forward. Actually, can I say that word? I don't even know. Now, if we come into the shower room, it is updated. All the appliances have been updated. Sliding glass doors for your comfort. If you're somebody who doesn't like to be able to see out your door, you can put shower curtains up as well. Now, about this, okay, I know that it looks like it is falling apart and that there's water damage here. I can promise you there's not, okay? That is just your eyes playing tricks on you. The rest of the house is perfectly fine, okay? And that is fine. And there's no structural damage. There's no cracks in any of the floors, boards, or anything like that, okay? Again, $77,000 firm. It's out of my price range. What do you mean it's out of your price? It's out of your price range. Boxy, that's $220,000 a night. Oof. To just the weekends most of the time. Dude, that's actually a really good idea. What else we could do? Listen, hear me out. Hear me out, Solus, okay? I see black. That's your eyes playing tricks on you, Zelly. There was no mold there. Okay, if I was like the homeowner, right? I'd be like, that's not black mold. That's just a little bit of dirt, okay? And then the renter special, right? Man, they just paint over it. It'll go away. Deal breaker for me. All right, I'll look for another house. Unreal. But Solus, like we buy all these properties, we level them and we make parking spaces, right? But what we can do instead of them just being parking spaces is we can make them where it's for specific people. People can own the parking space, which means we can make it where like people, like a big yard, people can park their RVs there, they can park their trailers there, and we can have them specific parking spots for them and charge monthly for that parking area. For that idea. Now, on the other idea that we had with the parking spaces near our stadium, okay, that would be, that nightly thing that you're saying. But we have two different like things, because if the houses or these properties that are not near these stadiums, we level them and still make those parking areas, we'll have not just monthly income, but we'll also have that weekly income as well. So we have two things that we can do. Business, dude. Monty. I'm totally in. You just let me know. This one looks nice. I kind of want to see a nice house after all of those like dreaded horrible houses. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't like the fact that it's shared though. I really don't understand the shared thing, but does it have more than one picture? Dude, Georgia's got some land that we could go and just like level out. Bro, why are we laying on the floor? Is this the floor? I'm so confused. Guys, for $84,900, this 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house could be yours. Massive yard. And I think that's what I like the most about this property is just how big the yard is. This is perfect for our parking idea. Now, let's go ahead and peek on in. Let's walk around. As you can see, it is fully condemned. They have blocked off everything, any access point. They do not want people squatting in this house. Now, I'm not sure if we're laying on the floor, if we're looking down a hole, or what's going on, but I definitely feel like I'm underwater of sorts. Again, I don't know what I'm looking at here, but I'm a little bit scared. I feel like there's gonna be a face about to peek up around over here, and I'm not comfortable with this situation. Obviously the walls need to be painted and updated, but again, it is he stuck his phone in there like that. I guarantee that's where he put his phone in. What is that? What is that? I think that's a light. It's a light fixture, right? But what is it hanging on to? Where is it connected? I'm at a loss here. Is that the plug-in for it? Is that a light too? Okay. Anyways, there's not much to say about this home. As you can see, a tile has been lifted up and moved. This was the decontamination room before you entered the house, which is now just a linen closet. And these beautiful green tiles, again, they're just one of the one of the best rustic antique things about this home. Ignore the hole in the floor. There's, so much potential for this particular home. Again, we're just kind of in a sideways view here. We have ceiling fans, windows, beautiful, rich wood walls. The ceiling's missing a couple tiles or a couple, boards, but the tiles are still intact. Those tiles held on for years to come, and they will for the rest of your life. It just depends on. I don't know what's going on in this picture. I'm a little scared. I think there's a ghost somewhere in here. But let's not go looking for him. There's an eyeball there. There's a spirit there. Actually, I think that's a spider web. Holy cow. Anyways, yeah. As you can see, this house has a lot of potential. These high rafts in the ceiling that you can't really tell is a ceiling. It's just one of the great many qualities of this home. And as we're continuing in and getting a little bit deeper into this house, as you can see, the kitchen area is very like 1950s style. Just let me crank my neck real quick and get a better look here. Insulation, nice, dude. This one's giving me the creeps. The floors are on the windows. This is a really to Onion Town. Bet I will go do Onion Town, New York. All right, let me finish this house. We're almost done. We have a couple more pictures. Lots of natural lighting. As you can see, they have opened up a hole in the ceiling where a bird has actually even made a nest because of that natural lighting. Again, it's very nature friendly. Lots of spiders. So if you're somebody that is a nature person, loves spiders, bugs, a list of other things, this house is for you. You can live here. The natural skylights that are offered in this property, definitely one of a kind. And we have the sandpaper carpets, those really thin slices of carpet that you can buy. That has been laid down, has not been vacuumed since it's been laid down, but you know what, it is still there and intact. Okay, no real major tears. There looks like to be maybe some shit or something on the carpet, but you know what, it gives it its own unique charm. We have a couple of blinds that are still sitting up on the walls. Again, whoever put them in forgot that they go over windows. I can't explain it to you, but the ceiling fan is still there. It's from like 1975, but it's still intact and it runs well. Okay. Again, coming out of that room, as you can see, we do have some flaky chips here on the ceiling. Floors, again, I'm telling you, those tile floors have been a trooper, a real trooper. I think that's the best part of this house so far. Here's the first bathroom. As you can see, the natural lighting from this window definitely kind of gives it this spooky vibe that you're living with, The Grudge. Nothing crazy. Now back to being outside. As you can see, we have tarped the ceiling just to kind of keep this home from rotting any more than it already has. At this point, we'll probably discount another 20% off. Yeah, everything is still hooked up to the water meter and, the poles. The roof was red. I don't know if you can tell, but it was red. And then you also have a lovely, skylight room, so you can have plants. But also, you guys have a backyard balcony, little area to just kind of hang out. We do have our landscapers coming out just to spruce up this property for you. So when you do decide that you want to purchase, it is nice and well done for you. Anyways, $84,900, 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Just very nice breeze. All right, Onion Town, New York. Here we come. Uh-oh, I hit some. Go back, please. Okay. Hold on. Is it onion or onion? It is onion. I don't understand. Dover Plains? This one? Here, let me see if hold on one second. Is it Dover Plains? I already have one I want to go look at Dover's. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I threw my hair up. Okay, so this is having a foreclosure. I'm gonna go double check. So I went to Onion Town, but it turned out to be Dover Plains. So I'm not really sure where Onion Town is. We'll have to go back over it. So, we're currently in New York. The zip code for this is 12522. Okay, 12 Neighborly Lane. And as you can see, it is very neighborly. Current price for this property is $69,900. Just from the outskirts and the outlooks of this home, very warm and inviting. Couple of trees, plenty of shade here, honestly. You do have what looks to be a chimney, so probably a fireplace. Roof does need to be redone. However, it is a metal roof, so I do feel like, at least maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it's tarped. This roof may be good for years to come. But let's go ahead and okay. Now, getting it at a better angle, it is definitely tarped. As you can see, it does have a beautiful porch that was just redone. At least the handles to the porch. Front door access. And lots of natural lighting. It looks like somebody came and smashed their hand on top of it. Didn't push too hard, but pushed hard enough that some of the walls did bulge and come in. It looks like a crinkled can. We do have what looks to be like the old cutout for the door that was just patched in recently. Definitely new brickwork here on this side of the house. So I'm really excited to go inside and let's just see what we've got going on here. Oh, okay. Never mind. We're leaving. Why is this? We're leaving. We got in the car. Taking off. Oh, shit. That's why he left. That should have been at the end here. Oh, my God. So, this would be our kitchen area. The guy literally got in his car and left and took a photo of himself leaving. He was documenting because he probably was trying to, anyways. Sorry. I just lost a little bit of my composure there. Something must have happened in this house. He literally posted it, him inside of his vehicle, leaving the freaking property. Moving on. Kitchen. As you can see, it does have a lot of good bones here. Open concept ceilings is a great way for you and your family to be able to hear each other in multiple different rooms, especially if you have concerns with children and this and that and the other. Again, the kitchen does need to be remodeled just a little bit. Again, you can give it the manager or the renter special, which is just paint everything white. It'll be just fine. Make sure you're painting over your outlets as well. Here's the first bedroom and bathroom. They definitely need walls up. Flooring is all wood. It's natural wood. It does have a little bit of rot, as you can see here in the waviness of the floor. Again, this is an open natural window. You could put a sliding screen door here. Okay. Just keep in mind that this home does have a lot of potential, and we do have a ceiling light. All right. So you can get some of that natural lighting here from the ceilings as well. Okay. A little bit of a better view for you and the viewer's eyes. This house is definitely one of a kind and one for the ages. Okay. It does have a bathroom. I don't know what this angle is, but I feel like something's about to jump out of the shower at me. I feel like this guy was trying to... I low-key feel like he probably took this photo 3 times, but he was shaking. The toilet does look new because there's blue tape on it, so the toilet is new. There is a bit of an air freshener left in there just because it helps with the smell. I'm surprised there's not a face in the mirror at this point. I understand why he took a photo of himself driving away, though. Oh my gosh. Again, another picture of the kitchen. That is your foyer area, by the way. That is what you first see when you walk in through the front door. Again, it's very, very charming house overall. Like, I'm going to be completely honest. It does look like it has central air, or had central air at one point in time. He's using the flashlight. You guys probably... This is a horror game. And it's daylight outside, which is even worse. Again, this is just one of the bedrooms. One of the many bedrooms here. This is probably bedroom number 2. Again, very spacious. I think this is the living area. We're taking a picture of the kitchen again. Okay. 3rd time's the charm. And that is all of the house. I hope that you're interested. Again, this house is $69,900, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, 1 full bath. Okay, I didn't see the tub. I did see, however, the shower, which is good enough. Again, the flooring definitely needs some help. There's a couple other things that listed of concern, but it was built in 1960, you guys, and it's still holding up. And you do get almost an acre of land. I'm gonna be completely honest. For this price, this is remarkable, right? So 3-bedroom, 1 bath home on a quiet private road. Okay, great place to build a new home. Bring in a modular, dead-end road surrounded by woods, close to shopping, schools, and amenities. Sold as is. Buyer to pay at New York City and any other local transfer taxes. Cash offer with proof of funds only. Please see agent remarks for offer presentation remarks. Okay, seems pretty self-explanatory. Any questions, comments, concerns about this home? All right. What does Ellie have a knife in their hand? I'm creeped out. I need another shower. Guess what coffee cup I'm drinking from? It's the one where Freddy Krueger lived for Jason. Best boyfriend cup. Oh my gosh. Did you guys like that house listing? Any questions, comments, concerns? Is there anything about this house that you would like to see more of? Because we can go back and relook at some of those pictures. If there's a particular room that stood out to you more than the other room. Small pond. Oof. Speaking my language over here. Dude, I still think it was funny that the retailer took a photo of himself in his car driving away from the establishment. It tickled me. It tickled me pretty good. I got a bit choked up because I've never seen someone so dedicated to that. You know what I mean? So is this considered Onion? I'm confused. There's supposed to be somewhere called Onion Town. Maybe it's Onion Town. Maybe that's what this is. That's why it's called Dover Plains. It's considered Onion Town. And I guess so are these little houses here, huh? How interesting. Let's go ahead and look at this. This property seems to have a nice chunk of land. 3 acres. Wow. Wow, dude. Imagine having all this. This is actually really freaking nice. All right, we're going to actually step into a really nice, luxurious home now. After seeing all those dreaded, rundown pieces of trash homes, let's go ahead and take a step into some luxury. As you can see, this home has a very wide patio, porch-styled front door access, okay? As you walk into the front doors, we have hardwood flooring. Huge, tall ceilings, lots of natural lighting. Can fit a sectional piece couch in here. And you have immediate access to your wraparound porch. As we continue on here, we have what makes to look, or a makeshift look-alike for a fireplace. Okay. Again, I do believe that the fireplace is no longer in use, which is why it's now just used as a decoration piece for your TV and a fake, looking fireplace area. Excuse me. It does come with a fire burning stove, which is no longer the fireplace, okay? This is the updated version of that. Again, up in New York, you do get cold. There's a lot of winters. And the winter does last quite a long time. However, this is a beautiful vintage amenity. I lost my train of thought for a minute. Moving forward into the kitchen. Again, hardwood floors all the way through until you get to the kitchen. And then it switches over to a nice, beautiful octagon-shaped tile. As you enter the kitchen, it does have a lot of updated appliances. There is your front door. Beautiful lighting. Lots of natural lighting in this place for your entertainment and for folks to come. Now, moving on, there is the OG fireplace. As you can see, it is very outdated and very vintage. However, next to the updated fridge, it is a must in this home. Okay, let's go ahead and travel into the first bedroom. This is the master bedroom. You can fit a king-size bed in here. Hell, you can fit 3 if you really wanted to. With the high ceilings, it makes for a great echo chamber for your fun times. In the first bathroom, you have a beautiful vanity mirror with plenty of lighting, huge tub, as well as, our second bedroom. We didn't even look around just to make sure that the bathroom was, anyway. We also have an office space here. Again, this is 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but this could also be turned into a nursery for your kids or grandkids, whatever you have going on there. And then again, this is the second bathroom. Again, with the accent of the tiles and everything else, this is a great place for you and your family to grow and to thrive. Okay, I guess the office space did not count as a bedroom, so this would be the actual 3rd bedroom. So we actually have 4 little places here. You do have an office space as well. Total square footage of this house is 1,900 square feet, which makes it for a wonderful home for you and your family. The deck outshines the rest of the house as you can entertain families and people for generations to come. The deck is brand new. It was it was structured back in 2019, I believe. Don't fact check me because I didn't check my facts, but I'm pretty sure that this is a new build for this porch, which gives this home everything you've been asking for in terms of entertainment. Front and back porch are a beautiful piece of this property, as well as the 3 acres of land. You have an open field yard. You can burn your trash here on this property, as it is your property. It is just one of those lovely things that you can do. Again, this is private property. You do also have a detached garage here. If you would prefer to park in a garage. Again, we haven't quite been in there. I don't know if we're gonna go in there. We might. Let's go ahead and find out. You also have a wonderful stone pit here for a fire pit for the winters. Actually, I like this. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I guess we do not go in the garage. Anyways, overall, that is the house. $499,000 with 3 acres of land. Very lovely home. I need a flea dip. BRB, no HOA with mold. Pave these parking spots. Yeah, we don't need to pave them. We don't have to pave them. That's the beauty of it. We just park them and fit as many people as we can in the square footage. Hell, they can park their RVs there and we'll just try to squeeze as many as, like I said, as many as we can in that little bit of room that we got. I still don't see this. Like, I'm pretty sure that's where it's putting me, but I don't see any onion like he was saying. It's the only one that has Onion Town kind of hooked to its name. Or Springfield. Hartford. Bloomingfield. Chester. Coxsackie. Are there any houses in Coxsackie? Welcome to Coxsackie. This is on 28 Hollister Street, Coxsackie, New York. This house is built right in the heart of Coxsackie. Say that word 10 times fast and I guarantee you're going to see Coxsackie. Moving forward, wonderful high ceilings in this house, beautiful natural lighting, which gives it a very humble, homey vibe. As we come into the kitchen, these hexagonic shaped ceilings give it these high ceilings, which is wonderful for entertainment, and it is going to be a staple of when your friends or family are over. It'll be the talk of the neighborhood about your kitchen decor and a list of other things. Green again is the color of the home till you get into the bathroom. Then we have this more light auburn color, light brown. I don't know where the house is in this picture, but just know that there's your town of Cox, whatever I said. I forgot the word already. This is one of the many bathrooms. It is very kid friendly and it is cute and petite for your little tykes. Kind of give them their own aesthetic here. As we move out here, again, more pictures of the living room and the kitchen area. You have a massive backyard that is not fenced, but again, it's a really nice little area. Washer and dryer room. Wow. This must have been a plumber. You know how I can tell? Because the plumbing is done like with these gauges. This is somebody who monitors their own water usage. Here's one of the bedrooms. Hey, it's one of those Temu couches. You know the one? I'm sure you guys have seen the TikTok Temu couch. It's one of those. Hey, these people know how to shop. Continuing on, this is the master bedroom. Also office space and a list of other things. Okay. Walk-in closets are available. And if there wasn't enough room in your other, your children's closets, you can start putting their stuff in there as well. That is how big that closet is. This is the master bathroom. This is the other bedroom. And this is your patio. And this is your yard. And this is your little shed. And yeah. So that's the basement. There's the primary bedroom. That's the hallway. Up the stairs, hallway. primary bedroom. That's the walk-in closet, I'm assuming. Bathroom. Walk-in closet. Okay, then what the hell is that? I'm so confused. That's a bedroom. That's the main bedroom. All of this space is the bedroom. That's a really nice layout, though. I ain't gonna lie. All this can be yours for a low, low price of $249,900 in Coxsackie. In these areas, how many people actually have toys that aren't for their front yard? It isn't bad. This is actually a really nice house. Hold on. Timu. I'm turning the music off. It was a bit too much for me. I don't know about y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna move some stuff around here. So, overall, what did you guys think of the house? Yay or nay? I actually like this one. This one was nice. Timu. It's a Timu couch. I've seen the advertisements for it. I know what I'm looking at. Alright, I want to try to find this Onion Town. Anyone seen Onion Town anywhere? I'm looking. I see Monroe. I see Florida. I see Cold Springs. Does that mean it's Cold Springs instead of the Hot Springs? Let's see. We got Burlingham. Actually, I've heard things about Burlingham before. Let's go ahead and hoppity skippity doo over here. $92,000. Yeah, that's a double wide. All right. Let's go check out this house. This is Burlingham Road, Pine Bush, New York. Let's go ahead and walk into this 1783 house built on 0.45 acres. Let's go ahead and take a peeksy-weeksy inside this home. As you can see, that this house is built in 1774 or something like that, okay? The structural foundation of this is phenomenal, as it was built by people who actually cared about their house, okay? The stone, these are original to the home, which is the stone pattern structural posting. I'm pretty sure the chimney is also original. The roof does have a little bit of sloping here, so you might want to look at the what do they call it? The structural bones up in your ceilings here, as there may need to be a couple of them that do need to be replaced. I can already tell. 708, the porch is original to the home. Has not been updated since that 1700s. As we enter the doorway, there are stairs that do go up. All of this architectural work here, again, original to the house. Yeah, corridor area. Wow, that is definitely a 1700 stairwell. That looks rough. All of the wood is original to the home. As you enter into this area, as you can see, there is a little punch-out window. They call it a bay window, I'm pretty sure, where you have that natural lighting here. Again, all the wood floors are original to the home as well. Very nice area. Wow, this is definitely an old house. As we enter into these different areas, there's dining rooms and also the living room. As you enter the kitchen, the original hardwood floors that were in the kitchen are now gone and buried underneath this stick-on linoleum. Okay. Ceilings are also original to the house. Lighting is not. As you know, 1700s, they didn't really have lighting. But as you can see, this home is definitely one for the ages, the ones for the books. It's the talk of the town. This house has history. I don't know what kind of history, but if murders is on the list, I don't know if I really want to know. As you can see, the kitchen is a bit outdated. However, it is a very big, open, spacious kitchen where you can kind of use your imagination and make this home more your style. As we continue on looking through this home, this door is also original to this home. That is the door to the basement where we keep the people, as we have a lock on the door to keep them from coming upstairs. That's where we keep Igor. This is the first bathroom, which is right off the kitchen and dining room area. And back over to this side, that rug I just kind of threw there to hide the flooring underneath. There's some issues there, okay? But we'll talk about that another time. Let's go ahead and open up this next door maybe. All right, we just immediately went upstairs. As you can see, this is the hallway to the next bathroom, which is right there. I only opened up the bathroom doors for this picture. As you can see, it has shit tons of natural lighting, which makes for, you know, a natural warmth of the home. That is the first bedroom. They're quite small. This is the second bedroom. Again, still quite small. Bathroom, shower area. And this is the second bathroom and shower area. This one is the master. Okay. Now, if we continue on, let's go ahead and take a look-see. Again, this is still the master bathroom, attached to the master bedroom. This is the washer and dryer closet, the linen. Okay, moving on. All right, still upstairs. As you can see, this is the hallway to the other rooms. How many rooms are in this house? Okay, this is a 5-bedroom house. Okay. Again, looking at the stairwell, you also have a covered porch, which is wonderful. This is where you would park your car, hide your car, you know, do your thing. This is the back door. This is the driveway. I could be very dry about this. As you can see, we have a storm cellar for the tornadoes. We painted it red so people knew exactly where to go to hide from the tornadoes. A storm cellar, as they call them. And yeah, this is your property. You don't have very much of it, but it's yours, and that's all that matters. And you have a little pond not too far away from you. So you're here. You can walk straight down your street, cut through your neighbor's yard, because fuck those people, and go into the lake and probably, you know, enjoy it. Something like that. Moving forward, you do have a little bit of a convenience store not too far down the way from you. A lot of people like to eat at this local place. I'm pretty sure it's like a little restaurant. Don't quote me on that, because, again, I don't live over there. I'm just seeing from the pictures. I'm pretty sure that's somewhere you can eat. It does look like that may be a house, but, again, don't quote me on that, because, you know, you have something dealio over here going on. Just, you know, be mindful of that. Lots of neighbors, plenty of room. It's a store. Look. Oh, it's the post office, bro. You can deliver your mail immediately. You got a package, just walk across the street and give it to them. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. All your gifts and your packages sent immediately. They're going to know you by name by the time you're done here. Kind of quaint little town, not going to lie. Very, very nice. Okay, go get some bed, or go get some rest, honey. Is Eric live right now? Are we done? Because I'm done. I can hop out of here. I was just having fun. All right, we're done. Goodbye. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I am peacing out of this place. Bye, guys.